It's an ancient science called Samudraka Lakshanam. But it's based in the Siddha and Ayurvedic tradition, and based on that analysis, she would give personalized medicine. So some people got herbs, some people got combinations. So it was fascinating to see her use this approach to cure people.
By looking at the face, she made a systemic diagnosis.
A pattern, what we today call pattern analysis.
Correct.
And it's clear as above, so below. So she was using this macro level understanding of the face to understand different dysfunctions in the body. We today call pattern analysis.
Correct.
And it's clear as above, so below.
Let's talk about Dr. Shiva. So Dr. Shiva is being promoted as someone that is for the people and not for the government. However, he's running for Senate, and if you are awake to the fact that the election is actually a selection, that should be a huge red flag. The other red flag should just be the way he speaks about a virus as if it is some invisible little bug that can spread through the air from person to person. However, if you truly research viruses and you're not going to use the Rockefeller and Rothschilds research, but you use actual scientific research, the coronavirus is inside our bodies. Our bodies use that as a mechanism to fight off poisoning and bacteria. Poisons that come from radiation. That's where it's coming from. It's coming from our cell phones. It's coming from our refrigerator. It's coming from our microwave, those kind of poisons. 5G, the wave, the millimeter of the wave is like so tiny. It's like non-ionized, but it's close enough. It can actually penetrate several layers of our skin, and it's not good. It can cause cancer. It can cause lung disease. It can cause the exact same thing that the coronavirus causes. So let's read his tweet. While American politicians, lawyers, lobbyists waste time and money on impeachment, China 5G is leapfrogging America's decaying infrastructure. By 2025, 1/3 of 1.2 billion users of 5G will be in China. That infrastructure will determine the winners and losers of nearly everything. He tweeted this December 16th, 2019. So China was already dealing with the coronavirus at this time, and they were already heavily blanketed in this radiation, high frequencies and low frequencies. I guess it's the low frequencies that we need to worry the most about. But listen to some of these replies. 5G health issues, which would be enormous. It's a platform for full control of your life by the government and your employer. Don't forget who runs the media and government, Big Pharma. Here's a meme, and this is true. I've done a lot of studying on 5G and radiation, frequency radiation, and what it does. And this is accurate. As a matter of fact, there's a publication by DOT in India from 2010 that has all of the evidence that you need to explain the effects from radiation poisoning. It's literally poisoning our bodies. And it's a slow kill. It's not necessarily a fast kill unless you have asthma or heart disease or something to that nature. Then yes, it could kill you immediately. Let China be the guinea pigs with 5G. DNA damage caused by RF saturation of the neighborhoods will decrease people's lifespans. Thousands of internet satellites being launched by SpaceX that will blanket the planet with inescapable RF energy. Our cells were not designed for this. And it's true. Our cells were not designed for this. Our body frequency is 7.83 hertz. 7.83, and it aligns with the earth. Our heartbeat, our brain waves, everything aligns with the earth. And this 5G is 30,000 gigahertz. 30,000 to 300,000, with 30,000 is a 3 with 10 zeros behind it, hertz. This says, as I sit here using 4G, I can't help but wonder, why do I need 5G? Isn't 5G a major health concern for people and animals, etc.? Yes, that's what I've heard as well. It's a weapon to be used against us. Are there any studies supporting the safety of 5G? Whether the halls of high office or corporate halls, have you faith that they will deliver what they will deliver is safe to human biology? Technology without a higher moral code does not serve the general welfare. Another thing I want to say about Dr. Shiva is his degree is in technology. So even though he studied biology, he did it he used a technology degree. So it's not biology the way that we think about biology. He's more like a Bill Gates kind of doctor. 5G has significant health consequences. There are increasing numbers of scientists warning about microwaving the human pop into chronic disease and cancer. Low levels of electromagnetic radiation can cause neurological and biological damage. Who's ensuring this technology is safe? It's understood 5G is bringing AI online to replace human workers and connect everything to the Internet of Things. We don't need super fast streaming for movies. We need safe and beneficial technologies that won't displace us. No one's discussing automation and next steps. How many frequencies can the human body withstand? Could be a blessing in disguise because all of the negative health effects of 5G on humans haven't been properly vetted yet. If we didn't live beneath an oligarchy's technocratic dystopia, this may be useful, but in this environment, it's just a military weapon used for political industrial espionage and an aspect of neuronet control grid. 5G scares the hell out of me. Way too much radiation will be unavoidable. We don't need to do social scoring. Do we need to try to outdo the social scoring commies then? Is 5G safe proof? Okay, so we are getting scored right now. We're getting scored based on how well we're listening to the government about staying inside of our homes. Our states are getting graded on that. What is the effect for the human body for 5G exposure? So do you believe 5G is okay for us? Want to know what this impeachment distraction is about? Notice this was pursued shortly after Epstein's murder, blah, blah, blah. First, we need health and environmental risk assessments on 5G, just like vaccines. So most people sound like they're awake to it. I don't understand why the truth community finds doctors like this to be truthful and on our side, because the doctor that would be truthful and on our side would be one that is exposing this 5G and exposing the truth about viruses. Did your account get hacked? You can't possibly be promoting small cell 5G. I think they meant can't. I respectfully disagree on this point, though fully agree with you on most everything else. This is going to be a very big problem for us to adapt to, increased irritability and health issues. Don't believe the marketing hype. It's not just about faster connection and video streaming feeds, and is not just radiation risk to your health, as it can be used for surveillance system and as directed energy weapon. So when they invented radio, everyone got sick with the Spanish flu. And people thought radio was to entertain us with singing and news, but actually radio was always created as a weapon against us. It was created to control us, to mind control us. It's radio programming. It was here to program our minds. And if any of you remember War of the Worlds, where they did that fake alien invasion, everyone thought it was real because they were hearing it on the radio. Okay, so there are a lot of replies to this. I'm surprised you seem unaware of the many credible experts testifying of the extraordinary harmful effects of EMF exposure at 5G frequencies. Not a smart stance on 5G. Do your homework. Thousands, if not millions, are already electrosensitive. And I really think that's what fibromyalgia is. I think fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue are just really being sensitive to the electromagnetic environment that has been placed all around us. I don't want 5G. It has not been proven safe. The 5G suckers will be the losers. The winners are still living. The losers have broken DNA. So, all of those responses on Twitter, and he can't even step up to the plate and say that 5G is harmful, and you guys want to support him. People want to support this guy who is also on the side of the people that are going to kill us slowly. And I don't care if you guys can't see what 5G radiation is or what it's doing to us or not, because you also can't see this virus that you're supposedly protecting yourself from, wearing a mask and social distancing and going along with all of the crap that is being fed to us. And now we have this guy. Yeah, this guy sucks.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people made